mess up, because if industrialization will not take place at 10 years, it will happen. Ubehu actualization for 15 years to 20 years. No country in the world, and our country also obey industrialization. Obey 8 years. No. It can't happen like that. It's progress. Because
well, thank you very much, Jordan. But you talk about progress, and I like that. But the point is, how fast is that progress? Are you seeing the tangibles?
How efficient?
Are you seeing them? That's what we're looking at again. Ernest, good morning.
Good morning, senior.
And how are you doing?
Good, and you?
I'm also well. Thanks for asking. So, question is, have we moved from taxation to production?
I don't know. And what upset me most is that those who said that don't even feel regret for doing all these things, and they couldn't do it. I wonder, moving from taxation to production, yet you have introduced so much taxes, even more than any government. Yet you claim you've moved from taxation to production. What are we doing to ourselves as a country? It's better they don't make promise. It's better they don't make any promise or read any. Okay, all these are political rhetoric and slogans. If you find a space and tell us that, they said this, but they couldn't do it, so they should beg us.
Well, I hear you. Those are the thoughts of Ernest. George is also on the line right now. George, good morning and welcome. Hello, George.
Hello, Dave. How are you?
George, I'm well. Welcome back from the north.
Thank you, Dave. How's the family?
We are well, by grace.
Thank God. David, they promised us production since 2017 when they came to power. David, there was nothing like production, but they managed to maneuver and won again 2020. David, and still, I'm from the north. David, go to the north and see this one village, one dam. Go and see the trenches that, they have dug there. There is no water, even during the dry season. Our cattle have no water to drink. We have to bring the cattle home and pump water for them to drink. And now they are back. And Baunia is moving around now, playing Ludo with us. David, it's not acceptable. The solution is there to change them. Thank you.
Those are the thoughts of George there. Malik is on the line. I'm told that Asampana is back. You can also call us on 0322083596, 0322083597, and 0322083598. Point is this: we're having a total recall conversation this morning, and the NPP in their 2016 manifesto said we're going to move away from taxation to production. Have we been able to do that? Malik, let's hear you.
Dave, good morning. So, Dave, you believe this government when they tell you something. Dave, if you could remember, in front of Otunfuo, Nanadu said that he will give every school going child a chocolate a day. Every day we give every child one chocolate, one bar of chocolate. In front of Otunfuo. So we can proclaim Otunfuo in our make a promise and we didn't fulfill it. He said that, and no one is asking you anything. And Bawumia is, Dave, I always say this, Bawumia is going around laughing and dancing as if nothing is happening. I think Ghana can be compared to US. That is how Bawumia is acting. He's acting like we are in heaven. Every Ghanaian has a Dutch passport now. That is what Bawumia is doing. And people are actually joining him, doing the same thing. And you hear them say that MPP will win the election. MPP will win the election. Which election?
I hear you. So to you don't see us having moved from taxation to production. Asampana is back. Let me find out from Asampana. Asampana, good morning.
Hello, good morning, David.
Yes, Asampana, good to have you, sir.
I hope you're doing well.
The Lord is my shepherd, I am well.
It's been a while. Let me say good morning to your panel members. David, it's been a while that I called just because I sometimes feel like not talking. Because you will talk, these guys won't do the right thing. They know the right thing. Some of them have better education than us, but still they decide to do what they want to do. What will benefit them, not what will benefit the whole country. I was at the north recently, and I can tell you how hot that place is. And if you have dams and those things, you can do farming all year round. But what do we see? They will come promise what they know best that, or what is best for us, but they won't do it. Why won't somebody criticize the PhD holders in this country? Thank you very much, David.
Kampana, thanks very much for joining us. Francis is on the line as well. Francis, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, David.
Let's hear you, Francis.
Yeah, David. You see, anyone who says that there's progress as far as that comment Baumia made is concerned doesn't understand economy. You see, the reason why Baumia made that comment was that, see, when you move from taxation to production, it makes our city very strong because you export more. And the fact that you export more, you get more dollars, and it will make your city very strong. But here we are, the value of the city keep on reducing day in, day out. But that person who promised us so many things is going around promising other things again, telling us that he's going to pay chiefs. Meanwhile, there is no money to run the economy. But that person is telling us that he's now going to begin to pay chiefs. Here we are, some people are calling for cancellation of ex-gratia. But Baumia is going around campaigning, promising people who are not already on the payroll, trying to bring them on the payroll again. Baumia, I think we shouldn't be taking him serious.
All right, I hear you. That was Francis there talking about the living allowance that the vice president is promising chiefs. Kofi Bedu, good morning.
Good morning, Dave. How are you doing?
I am well, Kofi.
Good. Dave, we had wanted to go into production. He said from taxation to production. So we had wanted to go into production. We brought in so many very expensive machines into this country. Come and see here. Then we imported raw materials. We employed so many workers. Now, because of mismanagement of the economy, taxation, not only that, you see, if you go into production, so many institutions come to play because you need so many licenses. And we acquired all this. We know one and all that come together. We are crawling because of taxation. Now we are not producing anymore. We have to lay off all these workers. Recently, I went into food production. That has also not seen the light of the day. Just recently, about 3 months ago, I imported some machines to go into oil production. That is also, look, we are not moving from taxation to production at all. And this same Baumia said, when some of us are speaking, we speak with experience, with what we are going through. We did not want to go into just buy and sell, production, buy and sell kind of business. No. But some people are willing to produce in this country, employ some workers, and then produce a lot to make the economy formidable. But because of the situation, they have only resorted into just importing and then selling.
Here you, Kofi Bedu. Thanks very much for joining us. Mohammed, good morning and welcome, sir. Have we lost Mohammed on that? Good morning. Okay, so let's speak to Jordan.
Yeah, it's Jordan again. To make it programs and policies of MPP during 2016. But I cast 6 months near 12. The programs and policies being what you Mahama say Obo. But Ghanaians are happy doing everything they can to bring this man again. Now, yet me pinpointing one or two. If since the inception of this country, say obit me that one or two nama for twa. But this man didn't have no program and policy. Omo any breaches here support no omo can omo to be pinpointed say Mahama will come and you will do this. So Mahama bano onyefia. Then you be holding into.
Jordan, thanks very much for passing through again. Let's speak to Samuel. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Dave. How are you doing?
I'm well, Samuel.
Yeah, we are discussing Ghana. Baumia say we will move from taxation to production. it has not happened. And even the few that happened, though people would debate it, but we know it was something like something that you used to raise money for running the party and all that. Now,
for that you cannot prove that. You cannot justify the fact that he's raised money through those things for his campaign. So I beg you.
What did, for example, One Village One Dam do? How Akumsen ran that, and what did we do with that? We didn't get anything out of that, apart from maybe she donating cars and other things to people that gave her the seat. Now, let's even put that aside. We will be discussing the same thing next 4 years when we are about to vote. I don't know who will win. But if Mahama, for example, wins, we will be discussing something like this because as we speak, Mahama, NDC, they are thinking of winning the 2024 elections not because they have anything better for us. It's because they think Akufo-Addo has failed. So Ghanaians don't have any other person but the NDC. Because see, what is happening in Ghana now? We have a lot of, in economics, they call something is a comparative or competitive advantage in terms of producing things. Can we pinpoint on one item? Let's look at even the cocoa. Can we look at cocoa and say we want to get the best out of cocoa? But now even cocoa production is declining. And people are defending why it is declining, even attributing the shortfalls to Russians who are smuggling our cocoa and all that. Very pathetic. We don't have people who are interested in developing the country. We don't. So until maybe we, the masses, we say that enough is enough. And then we tell them in the face and then reject all these lies they are spewing out there. We won't get anywhere.
Well, thank you very much, Sam. Yeah. Thank you very much, Samuel, for joining us as well. We're grateful to you. We can't pick any more calls. We'll share a message with you from WhatsApp. But, you know, I raised this question with Leo a while ago, and Leo was asking, can Boris B? So I was mentioning Boris B, who's into poultry. I was mentioning the Darko Farms, who's also into poultry. And you were like, what? Can they produce enough?
Yeah, at least to be able to compete with the one that we import.
It's not possible.
Yeah, it's not possible.
Production here is quite expensive. Listen, people who are into poultry, they cannot even feed their birds. People who are into piggery cannot feed their
and the
pigs.
chicken here, the ones that are raised here too, I don't see you there. But you cannot buy it.
But the sad thing is, even the Russia-Ukraine war, the Ukrainians are still farming and producing
grains, wheat,
and exporting wheat. Although there's war,
I think they are the top 3 producers.
In the world. Yes,
even with rockets flying over their head,
they are producing. Look at us here. We're doing galamsey with our lands. The cocoa that gives us the forex that we always need so badly, we're doing galamsey on those lands, destroying the cocoa farms, and even making sure that even with the cocoa, we have heavy metals in there. And we call ourselves the people who want to do better.
Good morning, Dave. This is Isaac. See, we have moved from taxation to more taxation. They scrap taxes to introduce more taxes. Dave, the mathematics. If we were producing more, would the economy be as bad as we say it? Look at the CD. I mean, I take up on some. So, Dave, instead of the politician concentrating on the existing facilities and even adding some filters and making sure that they are efficient, they are producing, on also pursue any idea. Say about we also this number of factories for political expediency, we lose our common sense. Okay, Dave. And yesterday I heard somebody saying that Joy is being critical of the government or the MPP. You see, such a hypocrite and dishonest voices that must not be listened to. In 2016, the kind of news that were churned out to, the public said that some of us rode on to campaign for this government. Dave, you should continue exposing bad things. Those people are the ones that are benefiting from the system, so they don't want you to talk about it.
All right, so thanks very much for joining us. We'll say a big thank you to all of you for being a part of the show. Now, did you spice